I was super excited. I did not wait to take the test. I was, you're supposed to wait till you miss a period. I was like, no, I'm going to take the test, and it came back with a little faint line. I was so excited. I always knew I was going to use Dr. Robin Maud as my LMC, but because I opted for a home birth, you have to have 2 midwives, one to watch you and one to watch the baby. And so with my second one, I actually asked if she could help me find a Māori midwife, which was really important to me. Just to have someone of my own culture and background who understood tikanga and the way I like things done. With both my LMCs, it was really easy to have conversations about the cultural things I wanted. They were both really understanding. One of them actually had the greenstone. We tried to source our own. Yeah, we did. We tried to source our own, but we just couldn't. And she had a perfect whānau kata with its own base. At the end of the day, you put your life and the baby's life in their hands. And so to have trust and open conversation and easy conversation with them makes that whole process so much better for someone who had never done this before. I actually had her down as a home birth at my in-laws' house. I had a water birth, so I laboured walking backwards and forwards, pacing up and down the hallway in the kitchen. Āiorangi. It was the calmest day and night ever that we've had in this valley. So there was absolutely no wind. The turbines that are usually moving the entire time, they were completely still. I could actually hear my second midwife driving down the road right as I started to need to push. My partner was in the pool with me because I started getting too tired to hold myself up. So he was in the pool holding me up until I needed to start pushing, and then my dad came and sat on the side of the pool and held me up from the front, which was awesome. I could hear my nana muttering karakia in the corner, and I could see her. The lights were all dim. There was candles and salt lamps on, which was quite nice lighting because, again, having birth overnight. The 3 po in my family, in my life, are my grandmother, my mum and my dad. One special moment of the 3 people of my 3 po in my life holding me up, and then my partner catching was just a feeling I don't think I'll ever be able to explain. The part of tikanga is my nana does it as wants the whenua returned to the ground that day. And so we did, and it was after we planted her whenua that we were like, oh, so she's actually got a name, and her name is Āiorangi, which means peaceful or calm skies. My message to midwives would be the small little details that someone wants that will make that journey better mean the absolute world to someone looking back. So me looking back now, I don't remember the pain, I don't remember the stuff I was going through wandering back and forwards. All I remember is seeing my nana's face sitting in the corner. I remember my dad holding me up. I remember the muka ties that my grandmother had woven and gotten herself being used and tied by my mum. Those are the things that I really hold on to, and I had those because I had 2 midwives who listened to me.